The government will today make a submission to the Fair Work Commission to advocate for a significant pay rise for the aged care sector. Joining us now is Independent Senator Jacqui Lambie. Senator, good to see you. So, what do you hope? Of course, the Commission's independent, but what do you hope? What do you hope the pay rise is?
Well, I hope by the time that you and I get to aged care, Pete, it's in much better condition than what it is right now. So, look, they're really struggling to retain workers in aged care, and the same with childcare. And we seriously need to look at, their pay. There is no doubt about that. Is that 20%? Is that 25%? I don't think that giving them an extra $5 an hour is asking a lot. To me. So they have been, what they've done through COVID, the pressure that they have been under the last few years and beforehand, and the wages that they're on, it's something that we seriously need to talk about, but also with our childcare. Here we have aged care that looks after our parents, the most valuable people in our society, and the other value is our own children in childcare, and they're not getting a fair go either. We need to retain people in these positions. We don't have a lot of visa holders coming in, still into the country, and we need to do something. But we keep that workforce in place, mate.
You're right. It's the chronic understaffing at both ends of the spectrum, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, fair income. You can go out and pick fruit and get paid more than what they do in aged care, and they're putting up with a lot of, they're doing double shifts in the aged care sector at the moment. They're getting it hard. What the things that we ask them to do are certainly what many Australians wouldn't be prepared to do themselves, and I think they're well and truly due for a nice pay rise.
Well, how else are you going to do it? How else are you going to attract staff?
I don't think you're going to be able to attract staff. And the other thing is, which I think that they're doing, is to educate people to go into aged care right now over the next probably 4 to 8 years. We need to be making sure that they receive those qualifications for free, so we encourage people to go into that sector.
Yeah. So, you pointed out there the unions. They want a qualified person's wage to increase from $23 roughly to $28.86 an hour. That's what a $5 an hour pay rise would ensure. So you would support that. That's a good start.
Yeah, I certainly would support that, not because the unions are calling for it, but because those aged care workers absolutely deserve it. There's no doubt about that. And we've got to keep those retention levels up, mate. We've just got to do it. And I think this is the only way to move forward, is to actually make sure that they're getting what they deserve. The
concerns that the opposition has at the moment, and we had Jane Hume on the program earlier, is there are concerns about business viability on whether that can be afforded. What do you make of those concerns? Are they legitimate?
Yeah, of course they're legitimate, but the other thing is, and I say this to the Labor government that still has not had the spine to do so, you have stage 3 tax cuts coming up in the next few years. That's $16 billion a year you are prepared to give out to some of the richest Australians. I say if that means that we've got to fill in a place there, well, we've got to contribute to our aged care workers from the government level, from federal, then we're going to need to do that. But you know what? I'm sick and tired of hearing them say we can't afford it or we don't want to do this, when you've still got those stage 3 tax cuts of $16 billion a year that you are prepared to go through in 23 or 24, 25. So, mate, the money's there.
The government before the election had its $400 handouts for aged care workers. In hindsight, do you think that was undercooked?
That was way undercooked, and if you speak to the aged care workers, they felt like that was an absolute slap in the face. They were disgusted in the offer that they had been given. Great, that's fine, give it to them. But seriously, they need a wage increase. That's what we need to be talking about. And I don't think that $5 an hour extra right now, with everything that they've been through, everything that they've done, being some of the lowest paid workers in Australia for many years, is a lot to ask for.
That's the Independent Senator Jacqui Lambie. Thank you, Jacqui. We'll talk to you again next week.